Are either of these teams bringing custom books tonight? Gotcha. It ain't easy.
Two minutes, Roger.
Copy that.
All right, I'll do that.
Copy that.
Welcome back to the SFLm as the Bossier City Steamers take on the Chicago Warriors. I'm your play-by-play commentator for this ball game, Colin Nordrup, and joining me is a man who got a big promotion. He's now officially the commissioner of the All SFLm Shindig, Alexander West. How you doing, sir?
Well, I'm blessed beyond all reason to be back in the broadcast booth with you, Colin. It's been a dog's age, and I'm thrilled to be here with you for what promises to be a surefire SFLm showcase of two complete outfits. Silas Christensen is arguably the runaway favorite for SFLm MVP at this point in the season, leading the league in passing yards and touchdowns, 3 TDs total over his next closest rival, Roquan Dots, for the Adams. Meanwhile, Chicago is looking to bounce back as well. Both these teams at 3-3 have ambitions to improve with their newly replenished rosters. We've got lots of returning SFLm rookies as well as some new ones on both sides of this football. So I'm eager to see what these squads have for us tonight.
Bossier City will kick off to Chicago to begin the ball game, and we are underway. As the return is fielded and brought out across the 35 to the 36-yard line. That is Ness Yankill on the return for Chicago. And Iman Kopak, who is a returning developmental player, split time with John Lakeman up in the minor leagues. He'll be QB one here for Chicago, 1st and 10.
Interesting to see what he does as the sole man instead of in a 2 QB system.
He starts with a play action fake and a roll up. Throws down the field and is caught. And running upfield with the ball is Nick Twice. Teammate of his in Charleston. Pick up a 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. Twice is joined out there by fellow wide receiver Tony Botnetis. And offensive guard Zeno West up front, number 68. And Kirk Wynn and Elgin Snowbird are the tailbacks. As Kopak sneaks it up the middle, and forward progress will give him the first down before the tackle is made.
And that's something that we have seen him do at the professional level, so it's no surprise to see them going back to that as well here in the minor leagues. He's a multi-versatile weapon, this Kopak.
We'll get to the Bossier City defense after this play, which is an handoff up the middle. Pick up a 5 by Wynn. It'll be 2nd and 5. He's a returning SFLm rookie. They have no defensive lineman, but Zach Benjamin, who plays for Bossier City in the majors, is the inside linebacker, number 44. Greg Ward is on the outside along with Duncan Onheim, number 96, on the outside. And this is another handoff. Pick up of about a couple, and it'll be 3rd and 4. Luke Schreiner, Stephen Goodman, and Michaela Foraker are the corners. Foraker and Schreiner are returning SFLm enforcements. Billy Beers is the returning SFL rookie at free safety, and Chuck Fresh is at strong safety, number 42. 3rd and 6th. Handoff is going to go nowhere. In fact, he lost the yard. Thomas on the tackle. It'll be 4th down and 5 for Chicago.
No doubt about it. A strong stand there for the Bossier City defense at midfield. Stifles what looked to be a start of a promising drive from the Warriors that just ends up sputtering right as they hit the logo.
And this punt will land in the end zone. Down for a touchback. Ball comes out to the 20. Ooh, we got an injury out there for Chicago. One of the men on special teams was injured.
Looks like one of the backup outside linebackers, William Fields. That's not one of their main star players, but we hate to see someone need to be assisted off the field all the same. Hopefully he's doing okay.
Indeed, I agree with that sentiment. Silas Christensen is the quarterback. Patrick Rolling, a returning SFLm rookie, is the running back. Robert Henson Jr. is the fullback. Plays with the Minnesota Legend. It's a new position for him. They'll start off with a pass. To pick up 6 yards, it'll be 2nd and 4.
Hey, look at that. That was Henson Jr. on that reception there. Not lining up like a fullback there. Instead, they put him out on the edge and make him play like a tight end. He still hasn't forgotten how to do it, clearly.
Indeed, they have 3 tight ends on this roster. There's Bossier City, Leon Sandcastle, and the brand new SFLm player, and Mike Kleinschnick and Adam Grabowski, also a returning player. And the left tackle is Oliver Turkey.
That one's Tarask. I happen to know him personally. Oliver Tarask, my good buddy Ollie, he's a great guy.
6'7", 350, number 77 out there. He has a tall task against the Chicago front as we come up with a 3rd and 1, 2 tight ends on the field. Backs in the eye for Christensen, turns, gives. This is to the backup, and he picks up the first down. He has all sorts of running room across the field, and he gets knocked out of bounds, but not before he picks up a huge chunk of yardage on the play.
And this is just outstanding blocking by the entire front. You got Leon Sandcastle and Mike Kleinschnick out there. Grabowski, I think, was mixed in as well. They had a jumbo front. You saw the lead block being thrown by Henson Jr. as they took the edge there. Rudlang now in here. Let's see what they got on 1st and 10.
The man in motion is Sandcastle, number 82. We'll introduce you to the Chicago defense after this play. As Christensen drops back to throw, will drop this off short. It'll be 1 yard pickup to Nolan Pierce, wide receiver. Bryce Lee is the other one, number 14 for Bossier City. Up front for Chicago, Peter Mark, defensive end. May Carter is the defensive tackle, along with Brutus Brown, debuting player. And the best named player in all the SFLm, Frank Doom, number 99, as we get a one-handed catch on the play by Pierce, and that's good enough for a first.
And that's just an extra effort from Nolan Pierce, who grabs it with his left hand, reels that one in, kind of as he's off balance because of how far he has to stretch. That's what it takes to be a wide receiver at the SFL level, and he's showing he might be a potential draft prospect.
Christensen back to throw, fires down the field, into traffic, and it's knocked away. Dallas Knowles is the inside linebacker. He played defensive tackle in the SFL for Florida, so that's a new position for him on the inside. William Patterson is on the outside at linebacker. Patterson also played with Atlanta. Devontae Moore is at corner. Ness Gickel is the returning SFL rookie on the other corner spot. Tyler Eifield is the free safety. As the throw down the middle is caught by Grabowski, and that's good enough for a first down.
And there's just so many pass-catching threats for Christensen to work with here. Let's discount Patrick Rudlang, but we have to include Robert Henson Jr. because of what he's already shown us. There's one fullback playing tight end when he needs to, 3 tight ends, all of whom can catch it, and 2 wide receivers. Who do you guard? Everyone.
And Amante Dubois Smith is the strong safety. Also a cool name is Pierce with another nice reception on the drive. Gets tackled just short at 10. Another first down for Bossier City.
And Chicago is so lucky that it was Devontae Moore matched up one-on-one on the outside there against Nolan Pierce, because if it wasn't Devontae Moore or Ness Genkel, then that is a touchdown in the making, because anyone else, I could absolutely see Nolan Pierce shrugging them off. 6'4", 225, he's a big fella.
And definitely an easy target for his quarterback to see. He's back for another pass, throws down to the bottom, and is caught. That is Lee, Bryce Lee. 2nd and 2. As a result of the play, this first quarter is briskly moving along. I formation, Ensign Jr. in front of Rutlang, who gets the ball through the hole. First down, touchdown! Bossier City scores.
And it's one thing to say, it's second and short, but also it's from the 5-yard line. The entire playbook is open, and Bossier City knows that they've been doing a lot of passing work. So being able to set up the run like this, because even though the Warriors had a whole lot of people in the box, they were still frozen at home to see if it was a pass or a run. By the time they figured it out, it was all too late.
And the kicker for Bossier City is John Smith, and he boots it through. So 10 plays, 79 yards in 3 minutes and 44 seconds. And Alex, Bossier City came into the first half of this minor league season winless last year. They went 3-3 in the first half. Looks like they picked up right where they left off.
Honestly, this is one of the nicest opening drives that you could ask for. They showed the ability to move the ball through the air and on the ground. And even though Silas Christensen is the runaway favorite for best quarterback in the SFLm right now, just by the raw numbers, they still were able to punch this one in on the ground in a short field situation. So they are showing they cannot be thought of as one-dimensional.
So Lee takes advantage of the short kickoff, returns it up to his own 45-yard line. Chicago, good starting field position again for Iman Kopech and company. First and 10 at the 45, then line up in the I formation. Man in motion to the bottom, making it 2-by-2. Play action. Kopech pumps. Now he has to run, but he runs out of time as the sack is made by number 40. That is Benjamin. Zach Benjamin.
Mama, there goes that man. Zach Benjamin is an absolutely ferocious runner in pursuit. He sniffs out that the containment has collapsed. He knows that Kopech is going to try and scramble out to the left side because that's where he sees green, and he's a missile.
Here's Kopech again, faking on the rollout, firing down the field. Ooh! Catch is almost made, but it's just incomplete, staying up third and long.
Something to be said for this Steamers defensive scheme. They know that a lot of their stars are at linebackers, so they're setting them loose on lots of blitz packages here, and the defensive and the offensive line led by Zeno West for the Warriors is struggling to cope. There's just too many vectors of attack.
Kopech to throw again, pumps. Now he has to run. He has a long way to go, and Kopech gets the first down. Boy, you must have learned something sitting behind John Lakeman, because that sure looked an awful lot like him.
Well, not only that, he also learns what you have to do to not drop the football there. I don't like that he spun, but I do like that he got across the line. Dangerous game to play, but moves the chains. Now let's see what you do with a fresh set of downs.
First and 10. As Kopech is to throw. Fires, it's complete. Out to the field, that is the rookie wide receiver number 11, Bones, with his first catch. And that's good enough for another first down.
Toby Bonus making his bones here, and he does an absolutely great job in the one-on-one coverage, sees and times the route correctly, stops on a dime to catch that one.
Makes a big catch there. As this is an handoff to Songbird. His first carry picks up 9.
And what an incredible job by the line blocking on this play. You see how they go to the strong side here. The defense is betting weak side because that's where Zena West is at. Instead, they go off her.
Here's the pitch out again. First down is made. That's Win for the first down, and Chicago is on the move.
And that's the power of having two halfback system instead of a halfback fullback setup. Yes, you lose the lead blocker, but instead you have a fresh set of legs on every run play.
Play action rollout again by Copa. Nobody around him, fires it underneath. Catch made and out of bounds at the pickup of 7 is Hill, number 80 for Chicago. Sets up a 2nd and 3.
Chicago now with an almost identical setup to what we saw score on this very last drive. 5-yard line marker here. Short and 2nd and short.
Out of the eye. The second person through the hole is Win. He got the first down and they'll give him the touchdown. Chicago.
And this time they do run to Zena West's side, and she throws the mother of all lead blocks. And Kirk Wynn here has the opportunity of a lifetime to go on the outside, but it's that extra effort here after that point of contact that you see that bounce off of the defenders that are trying to wrap him up. Bonnet's here with the lead block as well to seal that edge. This is just an outstanding job. An extra effort. Chicago answers back.
They're an extra point away from a tie. They have no contracted kicker on the roster. But the extra point is through the sticks. 8 plays, 54 yards, 2 minutes, 43 seconds taken out the clock. And with 1:11 to go in the first, we are all square at 7 apiece. Kickoff is away, fielded, and returned up the middle is Michaela Foraker. Returns it up to her own 29-yard line.
I gotta say, I love it whenever there are cornerbacks that have the boldness and the ability to hold on to the football that lets them play special teams. It's really something special.
Let's see what Bossier City does. They punched it in on the ground last time, but Silas Christian helped them get there. As Rulang will pick up about 2 yards on the carry. Tough to run against the Chicago front 7, but he gets 2 yards.
Bounces out and around from contact, but there's so many contract players here from the Warriors, all of them stacked in the box here. It's going to be tough to move without a big push. Look at those hands on the ground. We might be seeing it here.
3 tight ends, and they're going to throw to the flat. Garbowski had to dive for the ball, and they're going to give him a 2-yard pickup.
Christensen just leading his man too much on that one, throwing that one too far out to where he had to fall to the ground in that attempt to grab it. If you put that one just over the shoulder, he can catch that and turn upfield for extra yards.
Now Christensen will empty the backfield on 3rd and 6. This is almost like it'd be the last play of the opening stanza. Silas Christian back to throw. Down the middle of the field, it's tipped away and incomplete. Ooh, that was real dangerous into an area of white shirts. Looking for Garbowski, but ultimately, no, that was Sandcastle. My apologies. It's 4th and 6 either way.
A great job by Tyler Highfield there. He had free safety. You know, he wants that opportunity back. He was lurking. Christensen didn't register that he was there. He almost intercepted that one. Instead, it just bounces off his gloves and helmet onto the turf. All the same, that ends the drive.
And the last play of the quarter will be the return, and Chicago will get it up to that 37-yard line when we start quarter number 2. These teams are even record-wise, and they're even on the scoreboard, tied at 7 apiece. You're watching the SFLm here on YouTube. Colin Northrup, Alex West here in the broadcast booth with you all. Ready to resume the SFLm season. Chicago wearing their standard minor league uniforms based off of the city flag of the city of Chicago, Illinois. As the run goes up the middle, picks up 7 yards. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Big fat gainer. But something that I found interesting on that last drive, I could tell that Silas Christensen was wondering or looking downfield for Xavier Knight, who has since graduated from the minor leagues at large. Now he's purely in the majors. And Christensen did look like he wanted to fire one downfield to him, but he just wasn't there.
Pitch out to Songbird, and he loses a couple yards. And there's that man again, Benjamin on the tackle.
That's a bad man. Every time I see Zach Benjamin moving on a ball carrier, I hear him whistling like Omar from The Wire is coming.
3rd and 4, Kopech. Motions the man out. He's going to throw. Down the middle, caught.
Oh, no.
That is Nick twice on the reception, and you can tell there's chemistry there because of shared time spent in the majors at Charleston.
There sure is. He's naturally inclined to look that direction. In this instance, it's unfortunately a moment where the corner there, Michaela Forker, in coverage, she tried to play the ball, but she wasn't in nearly as good a position, and she just didn't manage to bring that one in at all.
Here's Kopech. Play action. Throw down the middle of the field into triple coverage. Knocked away, looking for the big fella at tight end, but ultimately no dice.
Mon Kopech living very dangerously in this first half. He is not afraid to take hits or to throw into double, triple coverage or try and fit things in tight windows. We'll see how well that serves him.
2nd and 10 out of the eye. 2 receivers to the top of your screen. Again, they run play action. Kopech fires down the field, swatted away, incomplete. Brilliant coverage on the play by number 31 for Bossier City. And it sets up 3rd and 10.
Now with that one being swatted out of the sky, that also frees you up to just completely lay out the receiver on that one to prevent any sort of tip drill nonsense. Great discipline by the defense.
They go 4 wide, 2 by 2. Now they'll motion 1 up to the top and making a 3 by 1 single back formation behind Kopech. They'll put it on his arm again, and it's a one-handed interception. Steven Goodman makes a spectacular play in his rookie debut, and I think that, Mr. West, is the nice hands catch of the game, brought to you by Retroid. And a Retroid NL in your hand. And play the only video game with your player in the SFL 4K23. My apologies. That's at SFL only. This is SFLm. But I just got so excited.
You know what, Pirate Radio, that's just a nice catch. I don't even blame you for it. That is so crazy that this guy has not, this is what, his first game, and he shows up like this? What a way to leave your stamp on the game.
As Christensen will fire down the field, catch made. There he found one of his teammates downfield. That time that was Nolan Pierce. Guy talking in the chat wanting to know who made the interception. That was Steven Goodman, the rookie corner, making the pick as Christensen once again dicing up defenses with us.
And here he correctly diagnoses the cover 3 shell, sees that he's got that route, taking a receiver into the soft spot in between the left and center zones, throws that one on time and on target. Wow!
In the middle, that's Gopowski, and he's up over the 20, and he has a first down for Bossier City.
Chicago had so many runaway blitzers with open shots on Christensen. He still stays calm, cool, collected, and lofts that one over the outstretched arms of the defenders to fit right in the thermos that you have to have. Incredible accuracy. Grabowski secures it there, but that's the other half of it. Just Christensen. Wow.
We got an offset I formation. They'll get to Rulik up the middle. He's got room, and he falls before for a first down. It'll be first and goal for the Steamers.
Can't ask for much more than that. On 1st and 10, you run the football, and your offensive line and tight ends and your cohesive blocking gives you a fresh set of downs. You can't write it up any better than that.
first and goal. Split backs, 2 tight ends in the game. Christensen to throws down the middle. It's incomplete. Looking for Garbowski again. It'll be second and goal. The SFL is headed to Baltimore, Maryland for the 2025 convention, kicking off the league's 25th anniversary season, July 10th through the 14th. Join SFL Nation at the rooftop hall of our hotel, the Hyde Regency, looking out into Baltimore's Inner Harbor, and revel in the league's first convention on the East Coast. You can reserve your room now at the special group rate at simfl.net. Exciting stuff. Ruling again on the carry, and he falls in for his second rushing touchdown of the game. So passing gets him down there, and the ground game punches it in once again.
And Patrick Rudlane showing that he's so much more than what his 6'2", 215 frame would tell you he is. He's running with power and authority tonight. He's believing in the lead blocks that his line is throwing for him, that Robert Hinson Jr. is clearing the way for him. It's clearly this mentality of physical smash mouth football is infectious, and the entire Steamers offense is getting in on the fun.
Smith's extra point is up and good. So they take advantage of the short field, needing only a minute 30 to score in 5 plays.
I was just going to say something about that. That was so efficient and effective. I feel like we blinked and all of a sudden Bossier City has the lead again. What will Chicago do?
Chicago will get good field position again, this time at their own 35. And so far, Alex, it's been on the shoulders of Iman Kopak offensively for Chicago. But they're still in the ball game, down by 1 score.
And that's kind of the nature of the beast whenever you see that the opposition has 3-star linebackers, 3-star cornerbacks, 2 safeties, and you've got 1 guard, no tight ends, 2 receivers, 2 halfbacks. It's just going to be that way.
Kopak throws, and it's just a bit too long. He had his man open. That was Buntinez. It'll be 2nd and 10. The intended receiver.
And that one's just a little bit too far in front of him, like you said. But Bonus also is still learning and still developing. But at 5'11", 210, he doesn't have the wingspan some of these other receivers do. You've got to fit it where he can get it.
Play action. Kopak has all day to throw. That will scramble ahead for about a 2-yard pickup, they'll credit him with, setting up a 3rd and 8.
And there was a runaway Zach Benjamin coming screaming out from the strong side that flushed Kopak out. There was also another one there to bring him down. Just a bad situation all around for the Warriors pass protection.
4 wide receivers, Kopak back to throw against a heavy blitz. Will fire, and the catch is made for the first down. That is number 80 Hill on the reception. And that's good for Chicago first down, and boy, did they need that.
And what's even more impressive to me is that this is in one-on-one coverage against Steven Goodman. Kopak not having any fear to go right back and pick on the guy that just picked him off. It looked like that one was personal.
I formation. 2 receivers to the bottom. Play action again. Kopak on the run. Fires down the field. And a man open. That is twice. And he's down there. Past the 30. That'll be a first down.
And this is such incredibly simplistic but effective play calling where you got a deep route on the left side that's drawing away the cornerback from that area and all the safety attention deep, so that this crossing route from Nick Twice that's just going all the way across the formation from right to left can get there in open space.
Kopak back to throw again. Fires short underneath. Catch made. That is Twice again. 2nd and 3. Pick up a 7 on the reception.
The Warriors living up to their name and marching down the field methodically. 2nd and 3 is very short. They've been able to move the ball quickly, too. Oh, wow!
Kopak slid just a yard short is where they'll mark him. I expect to see a red hanky out, but I don't think we're going to see it. 3rd and 1 as they line up in the eye.
Just do it again. They don't have a nose tackle there. Just do it again. You can get away with it, I swear.
They're going to pitch it out, and Wynn gets the first down.
You know, it's probably better that they don't listen to me. I totally just got swept away in the moment. That was too short. Unbelievable.
Here's Kopech under center, offset eye, 3 wide. 2 wide, 1 to either side. Kopech throws, and it's a bit low for Butnes, incomplete.
I swear, Chicago's coaching staff is pulling out all the tricks. I just saw Ness Genkel lined up at fullback in the strong eye formation there, running out into the flat to catch a pass.
I think I see Genkel out there again as well. Kopech doesn't look his direction, looks end zone, and it's dropped. It's dropped off of Nick Twice's hands. He had a touchdown right between his fingers, but Michaela Forker was right there with sticky coverage also.
And she was there to disrupt the timing of that one and disrupt his focus, but it is true that is on Nick Twice. That's off of his hands. You've got to at least make the defender tackle you if you're going to drop something like that, but you can't drop those.
4 wide. Back to throws. Kopech, end zone, tipped away. That is Goodman again, who had the interception, almost had number 2 there. But alas, the field goal attempt is forthcoming for Chicago. This is going to be a 34-yard attempt.
From the right hash, this is questionable, but maybe within range. We'll see.
And he splits the sticks. So they'll take the 3 points, but they were hoping for 7. After the 11-play, 47-yard drive. Results in 3 points instead of 7. Gunny McGuire in the chat with some interesting history. Nick Twice once played for Bossier City, and Kopech before that, before he was drafted by Houston. He's now playing for the Charleston Predators. So, bit of an interesting matchup on both sides. As he returns to the field, it will be brought back to the 29-yard line, and for the first time this evening, let's go to Cameron Irvine in the studio for a game break.
Thank you, Colin. Albuquerque Lexington got a lot of defense in this one. This is Maxwell Quimby, the rookie draft prospect coming up in December, gets the interception for Albuquerque. They get a touchdown later in the quarter, and the Adams lead the Miners 7-6 in the third. Back to you.
So Nip and Tuck affair down in Lexington. Silas Christensen back to throw. Fires, one-handed catch. Nolan Pierce, he's like, I can make a nice hands catch too. Not just on defense, but offense. Bossier City showing off.
And this is just an incredible job by the quarterback, Silas Christensen, to correctly diagnose that Nolan Pierce is running in open space and the zone coverage hasn't adapted to where he is yet. There's a gap where the cornerback leaves him and the linebackers aren't there and the safeties haven't crashed down yet, and Christensen fits it right there.
Pitch out. This is rolling. Breaks one tackle, doesn't break the second, and will pick up 6 yards. That'll be 2nd and 4. On the play. 3:16 to go, and counting in the first half of play. Run up the middle. As his Henson Jr., the fullback, gets a little bit of carrying love. He caught a pass earlier. He has the first down.
A little bit of fullback dive action, keep them on their toes. I love it. You cannot let a defense get comfortable with the gaps that you're running through and with who you're handing it off to on every play. They have to be guessing.
Here's Christensen. Fires out the roll leg, and he somehow stays in bounds. It picks up the first down. Short of the 15-yard line.
Some fancy footwork and some sweet feet. Redlang takes a step to the left to just make a Warrior completely miss with the line that he was taking on him. One step to the left, then back to the right to put everyone on skates before he's finally brought down.
2:20 and counting. There's a 2-second difference between the game clock and the play clock, so they don't have to snap it before the 2-minute warning. But they can if they want to. And they will. The backup gets a handoff, and he's breaking off all sorts of tackles. It'll be 2nd and 2 on the other side of the 2-minute warning.
Again, Ollie and Robert here throwing these blocks just to make it so easy for Redlang to get yards in 5-yard chunks at a time.
We reached the 2-minute warning. Bossier are sitting in front by 4, but they're looking to add on to the lead. Colin Northrup, Alex West here in the broadcast booth with you, Cameron Irvine, executive producer extraordinaire. That's a junior in motion. Get the run leg, and he stopped a yard short of the sticks. Those 3 linebackers and those bunch of linemen coming in handy.
Big crash down there as well by the free safety Tyler Highfield to actually meet Redlang in the gap. With how many bodies there were, it was a real traffic jam, but all the same, just enough room to stop him short.
Yeah, Redlang, touchdown! His 3rd of the first half.
Not twice in a row, says Redlang. This time he goes off that left tackle action, off of the lead blocks by Oliver Tarask and Robert Henson again. And there's some assist from Leon Sandcastle, who blocks Highfield. Highfield comes off this and tries to tackle Redlang, who just throws him off like a rag doll to march into the end zone. Steamers up by 2 scores.
Tarask is 6'7", 350. Imagine a guy that size coming down at you. And Sandcastle's no guinea cookie either. He's 6'5", 262. So that's getting into offensive lineman size for tight end. As the score is now 21-10. Bossier sitting in front.
Speaking of, that's a couple of touchdowns. That's incentive money. That's someone back up the Brinks truck. Get ready, Patrick Redlang. You're about to have some extra cash in your wallet, sir.
Oh boy, everybody loves money, especially when it's that incentive kind. As the return goes up to the 34. And Chicago all of a sudden finds themselves down by a bunch when just a few minutes ago they were down by 4. 1st and 10 at the 34, Kopech. Play action. Rolls, throws, twice has the reception on the other side of the 50. He has been a superstar for Chicago in this first half so far.
Something I'm getting concerned about, though, is Kopech's ability to really heave the ball way down the field. He seems to be taking a lot of these mid-range or short-range check-down routes whenever the deep routes are really developing. He doesn't seem to be willing to take that deep shot yet.
Handoff will lose 2 yards in Chicago. We'll call a timeout here with exactly 61 seconds to go before halftime.
Absolutely got to call timeout there. Only 2 left. Let's see what they do. Minute left on the clock. It's not their friend.
2nd and 12, just on the other side of the 50 in the Bossier City territories. Kopech quick drop slant over the middle. That gains some of the lost yardage back, but they have to spend timeout number 2.
And that just feels like a wasted play. And that's sometimes it's a struggle to find the right play to get the defense off guard. That one was just a poorly delivered ball. Potential for yards after the catch, but just a bad throw.
4 wide. Now it's a 2-by-2. Butnez to the bottom. Kopech goes the other direction. Twice has it at the 30. And Chicago will call their final timeout with 52 seconds left as they can run another 3rd down and long, Alex.
And this is such a huge one to convert, but now you've got no timeouts and you're still out of field goal range because you don't have a contract kicker with a big leg. And so you got to keep throwing the football and moving quickly. You can't take these short routes and get tackled in bounds.
Two to the bottom. Kopech goes bottom side, and Butnes has to dive down to the ground, and here we go with the hurry up, Alex.
Let's see if they spike or run a play.
They will run a play.
Oh, no!
Right to Michaela Forger.
It's
and
gone!
she's on her way. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown! Bossier City! They get an offensive score to go with their 3 offensive touchdowns in their first half.
Marauding Michaela Foraker with the one-on-one coverage snags this one and then just takes off. No white jerseys even close to her between her and Pater. You see, there's an attempt to catch up, a valiant one, but all the same futile because she's just too fast after she makes that one move.
And with 28 seconds left in the first half, it is 27-10 pending the extra point by John Smith. It's good. And that, my friends, is a spectacular way for the defense to get on the board. It's now 28-10, and the visitors from the Windy City look like they're blown over here in this first half. They just can't believe momentum flipped that quickly.
They're getting absolutely shelled here. Both sides of the ball struggling to find things that work against this stout, multifaceted, complete team front from Bossier City. I think that was something like 80 yards that she marched to Pater there too. That's just so disheartening. What can you even do? 24 seconds and no timeouts. Do you even take a shot?
There's a bunch of returning developmental players and a couple of SFL reinforcements. And even the returning developmental players, they have been on major league rosters. Benjamin, in fact, is on this Bossier City team that's in the majors as of this moment. Greg Ward is with Los Angeles. Benjamin almost got a sack of Kopech, and Kopech slides it off. But then he takes a wicked shot, picks up 3 yards, and it's kind of been that day so far for Chicago. And they'll spike it with 8 seconds left.
Now, if they run a handoff or a toss play on 3rd and 7, I'm going to lose it. This had better be the deep bomb of all deep bombs. Come on.
Third and 7 offset. Kopech. And it's going to be a run. And they're just going to lick their wounds down 28-10. As my colleague is stunned, speechless by what he just saw on the football field.
Oh, I'm stunned, but I'm not quite speechless. I'll save my speech for another time, though. Let's stick to this game here. So far, Bossier City has shown capability to move the ball through the air with Christensen throwing to anyone that he pleases because of how many targets he has, both on star players and even the backups at times. The defense for Bossier City doesn't even care that they don't have star contract defensive lines because the fronts, the linebacking core is doing such a good job pouncing on the run and completely denying the ability to do anything about it. Between all of that and this stout secondary, we saw Michaela Foraker and Sean Goodman have been menaces all night. What do you even do with Chicago? Everything has to get better.
Really like the player the first half. 8 carries for 40 yards. 3 touchdowns, though. I'd be pretty happy if 3 of my carries ended up in the end zone.
No doubt about it. Hat trick. That's certainly something to hang your helmet on at the end of the day.
We got a bunch of SFL luminaries in the chat, including Gunny himself, his Skippy, the general manager of Sky Ox, Guy Clausen. Of course, we have Frank Doom in the chat as well. And welcome into all.
Good to see the people. It's an exciting game. It's going to launch to the second half of the season. This is one matchup that I hope gets a little bit more competitive soon, because this is a rough scoreline to watch.
Bossier City takes over on their own 27-yard line. First down. They'll run a pitch to the 3-receiver side, and that didn't work so well. Rolled like we'll lose a yard. Tackle made by William Patterson for a loss of 1.
And that's just an incredible one-on-one tackle in the open field. That is what you call a big boy tackle. Those are the ones you know you can count on your guys to make.
Second 11, offset eye. They'll sprint out that way, but down he goes. It's sack time. And Dallas Knowles came screaming in from his inside linebacker spot. And this is a guy who knows a thing or two about sacking, given he's a defensive tackle in the league. Nobody blocked him, Alex.
And it's one of those situations where there's just too many points of threat. There's Frank Doom that's out there that's taking up the tackle. Because that tackle is there, the guard doesn't have time to respond to the other inside linebacker coming off the edge.
And Christensen, I don't know how he fit it in there to Grabowski, but he did. On 3rd and 15, they pick up the first down. Can you believe it?
It's something to behold, this Steelers offense. They get hit with a massive sack. Christensen comes back and erases it like it never happened with the throw right over the middle into the middle of a sea of white jerseys that picks up all the yardage they needed and then some.
He was 11 of 14 that first half. He had over 150 yards. And he continues to throw these little BBs out there. Rolik makes the catch. It picks up 6 yards. I don't know whether we're watching an SFLm quarterback or we're watching Jared Goff of the Detroit Lions.
I tell you what we are watching. We're watching someone who is composed under center, who has the ability to forget that bad things happen on the last play, but still take the lessons away from it. Hands on the ground. We got ourselves a car crash coming.
3 tight ends on the field. Here's a pitch out the root leg, and he's running over people. He's carrying defenders forward, and they give him forward progress for the first down.
An absolute bowling ball of a man. He just rumbles forward, bounces around. He'll do anything he can to get that extra yard, and he moves the chains.
1st and 10. I formation, get to the backup, and he loses a yard. It'll be 2nd and 11. And let's see what Bossier City has cooked up here.
Yeah, and they've responded to lots of these. Anytime they lose a play, they typically get it back on the very next down.
There's Nolan Pierce in motion. Christensen back to throw. Fires underneath. That's Pierce. And he makes good on the yakety yak after the catch for the first down.
And you gotta love that yakety sax playing as this one goes. It's this crossing route here with the clear out route going deep that pulls people away from the right side, opening everything up for Nick Twice to have that runaway ocean of space in front of him whenever he catches that one.
Nolan Pierce continues to show off of things, and it's a big reason why Silas Christensen has had the big numbers he's got as Rulick picks up the first down on a first down run.
And that's not even a matter of him just it's not that there wasn't good lead blocking, but it's not like he had 8 yards of untouched forward progress because of lead blocks. No, he had to squeeze through a hole there, and then the rest was all him.
Here's Christensen. Fires. Dropped. On the play by Pierce, and it'll be second down.
And that's a good adjustment that I've seen Chicago making. They need to be focused on trying to tackle the receiver rather than trying to make an interception happen.
.608 to go in the third. 28-10 our score. Bossier City has possessed the ball all this quarter so far. They're trying to push it to the end zone and tipped away incomplete. Nice coverage there by number 45 for Chicago.
Now Chicago's showing a little bit of resiliency here. Maybe a bend but don't break moment. If they can stop it here, they can force Bossier City to settle for three. All they have to do is not give up a first down.
Christensen. Clean pocket to the end zone. He'll be stopped 2 yards short of Pierce.
How does he keep doing it? How does he keep getting away with it? It's unbelievable the amount of throws that we've seen Christensen make here on 3rd and long, where it's been this throw has to be made or the drive stops, and he has delivered time and time again. Nolan Pierce cresting the 100 receiving yard mark with that catch as well, also having a day.
Here's to get the run leg, and he has his 4th touchdown of the ball game, and it's 34-10 with 5:34 to go in the third. Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
And Rudlang here just is intent on making a statement, and I can't believe what I'm seeing in terms of just sheer offensive output and production. This guy, not that he's done poorly, but he's never presented anything like this during the first half of the season for his squad. He only racked up a total of 3 touchdowns on the ground. He has already surpassed his first half total in 6 games in this one showing.
There's going to be plenty of money in Roleg's bank account before this ball game is over. And if you're Chicago, you just got to feel like every time you move the boulder up the hill a little bit, it just continues to roll back down on you.
It's feeling a little Sisyphean at the moment, no doubt about it, because every time you try to get something going, something else goes wrong. The wheel falls off in a new way, but at the very least, this is an opportunity for you to learn a lot of lessons and see areas to improve as a whole.
We got I formation. Kopak on the roll. He's got all day to throw. He can make a sandwich. What a catch made on the sideline by Hill. Are you kidding me? Somehow coming down with 2 feet in bounds.
How did he do it? I'm surprised we don't see the red hanky here, because that was on the sideline and very, very bang of nature. They say it stands. No one's challenging it. We'll see what happens next.
Offset I formation. Ginkel, the fullback, is in the game, and Wynn gets the carry. I think that was Songberg, actually. Picks up 2. It'll be 2nd and 8 coming up for Chicago. Offset I again. Kopak back to throw. Fires. Oh, it's dropped by the tight end. He was open, number 86, but he just couldn't hang on to set up a 3rd and 8.
Heard the footsteps, and even though he dropped it, that hit still came. It's the worst scenario. You drop it and you get lit up. No gain at all. 3rd and long.
And the kicker is it would have been enough for a first down. Addy hang on to the ball. Kopak fires over the head of his intended receiver twice. And this Chicago offense, boy oh boy, I know they're trying their best, but so far it's come up snake eyes.
And it's been so difficult to move the football with how physical this Steamers defense has been. You saw on that very last play, Nick Twice taking to the sky, but he got wrapped up by the legs and spiked into the ground like he's a volleyball. It's been brutal out there to try and play any kind of offense to get any kind of forward momentum going with how tough they've been.
Steamers take over on their own 11-yard line. The 23rd edition of the SFL playoffs continue next Monday and Tuesday with a pair of doubleheaders at 8:15 and 10 p.m. Eastern. Kicking off Monday night with Minnesota and Baltimore. Catch all the action here on SFL YouTube all postseason long. I'll be calling the 8:15 game with my trusty assistant Rick and his esteemed Rick Meter.
I love that he's your assistant. I love that he's your assistant.
This is 2nd and 7. They got all 3 tight ends on the field. No receivers. This is going to be smash. And they smash into the line. Rutledge will gain a few yards, setting up a 3rd and 6. Good opportunity here for Chicago to get off the field.
That's if they are allowed to by the Steamers. There's a moment here where we could see Christensen throw the football, like empty backfield. We're gonna.
He's gonna get 5 wide out in the pattern. 3-man rush against him. The throw complete to Pierce for the first down. He just continues to do wizardry with these wide receivers. Nolan Pierce, I'm telling you, he's probably shooting up a lot of draft boards as well.
Sorcery of the highest order as these two keep finding each other tonight again and again. 10 targets, 8 receptions. And it's not that Christensen hasn't also selected other targets, but time and time again, we've seen Pierce be the one he goes to on 3rd down, or maybe sometimes Grabowski, but Pierce clearly the favorite and delivering so many times.
Here's the I formation. Christensen back to throw, fires another pass, and this one is broken up, incomplete. He was looking for the other contracted wide receiver, Bryce Lee, but it was incomplete. 2nd down. Offset I formation. 3 wide. Lee in the slot. He will motion up to the top of the screen. Long count at the line of scrimmage. Sprint out this time. Better protected. Throw backside. Grabowski had it. And then he dropped it. William Patterson with a big hit to draw the ball free.
Once again, it's these receivers that are having to contend with people with bad intentions on the other side. That mentality getting infectious, and what they should have been doing prior to now, honestly. It's finally starting to show some spine here, but Bossier City having scored 35, it may already be too much.
Back to throw. Tipped at the line of scrimmage and incomplete. And Chicago gets a much needed defensive stop.
The normally infallible Christensen finally proving mortal here on this series, on this 3rd down, but don't forget that he converted the one that really mattered to get his team out of the shadow of their own end zone. That is so significant because now Chicago isn't taking over with supremely good field position, barring a miracle return.
They'll get it at their own 38, but you're right, Alex. Had they stopped them in the shadow of their own end zone, they would have gotten even more premium position. This is a 2:47 to go, and I believe Bossier City held the ball that almost the entire quarter. This is crazy, or most of it anyway. I could be wrong. But Ivan Kopech, back to work he goes. Play action, straight up play action, throws. Over everybody, and it's intercepted. Intercepted on the play. That is Billy Beers, his first interception as a Steamer.
Well, will pop out a cold one because this man takes advantage of the overthrow and snuffs out any hope that there was remaining, I think, with that one, as he dives to the turf to snatch that one away and snuff that drive out before it could even go anywhere. Now Bossier City just has the ball right back.
On their own 36. That guy's going on the all-name team, Billy Beers, if he gets drafted up to the majors. Christensen on the sprint out. This time out to the left, throws back to Pierce, who makes another catch to the surprise of no one. First down, Bossier City.
Familiar face comes through once again despite the contact. Chicago not able to lay enough of a hit on him to force him to drop that one. He's been unflappable all night tonight as well. It's been very rare to see him not come down with the football.
I agree with you on that point, Alex. Here's the handoff up the middle to the fullback. This is Jenkins. Picks up 6, it'll be 2nd and 4. This is Henson Jr. back there.
With how many tight ends they just keep fielding again and again, it makes it so difficult to
get the right leg, first down.
And it's once again just a symbol of how many tight ends they have. They can run these jumbo fronts, and that means that there's additional running lanes to fit through. There's additional gaps for Rudlang to look through, and he's patient enough to wait to see which gap will develop if his main one doesn't open up in the first place. It's so good that he does that.
Give up the middle to Jenkins again, and he gets 2 yards this time. As Michaela Forger pops in, is popping in to say hi really quick, and this young lady has made a fantastic accounting of herself with the pick 6 that really broke this game open, Alex.
No doubt about it, and some of the only points that Bossier City has that aren't assignable to one Patrick Rudlang at that.
Pass is tipped away, incomplete. That was Dubois Smith, number 32 on the tip. Setting up a 3rd and 8. And once again, Alex, they go empty backfield, 5 receivers.
Counting on Christensen to deliver for him again. He's been money tonight so far.
And he has a clean pocket. Throws, and it's incomplete, but we got a flag down. Let's check the flag. Oh, we're going to get defensive pass interference on Chicago. Ness Ginkill, the returning SFLm rookie. They say he got a little too handsy with Pierce. And it'll be a spot foul, first down, Bossier City.
Yeah, it looks like they say that he bumped him off, he bumped his man off, he bumped the actual intended receiver off his route while he was covering his man. It's a heartbreaking penalty to see. Fresh set of downs for the Steamers, now inside the red zone.
42 seconds left to go in the 3rd. 35-10 our score. Sprint out by Christensen. Throws backside, touchdown! It's Grabowski! And the big fella has a touchdown!
And Grabowski's been so much of a second delivering a second reliable set of hands for Christensen on so many instances. I love that he gets the touchdown here. I love that Christensen finally gets to score one through the air instead of it all going to feed Mr. Rudlang in the backfield. This is overdue and well-deserved, but what a shellacking Bossier City has put on Chicago so far. We're not even in the 4th quarter, and they are up 42-10.
Oh my goodness, 6 plays, 63 yards, 2 minutes, and 2 seconds taken off the clock. If I'm John Smith, I gotta be saying, man, this is like Groundhog Day. I've had so many of these kickoffs, but when your team's up by as much as he is, as they are, he's probably not complaining too much.
Nah, he's not complaining, but he'll be in the ice bath after this one just to cool that leg down. It's been getting some serious work.
Ball fielded into 20, return up the middle by Lee. Lee across the 40, and he'll be marked down at the 42. That's where the Warriors will take over. And Adam and Alex, this is certainly not the way I think Chicago wanted to start the second half of the year.
Certainly not. It's been in many ways the worst case scenario. They were able to score some points and hang early, but then since that early burst, Bossier City quickly adapted to what Amon Kopech was doing, what Wynn and Snowbird have been showing them in the backfield. And the Warriors have not been able to counter-adjust successfully. Kopech struggling to move the football. Let's see what he does. He gets blown up in the backfield.
Time on the play. One of the big guys up front. Number 94, Thomas got him.
And not only that, it's also, once again, the pressure from Zach Benjamin coming off that strong side, who flushes Kopech to the weak side, that allows for that Thomas to make that move and sack him in one-on-one.
Here's Kopech on the rollout. Throws. Oh, it's broken up nicely by the defensive back. That's Goodman, who had the interception. Makes a break on the ball, setting up 3rd and 13.
And now this time, instead of getting an interception, he's laying the wood on that one and making sure that this is 3rd and everything.
3rd and 13, 3 seconds left to go in the quarter, so this will be the last play regardless of the quarter. It'll be a first down up the middle of the hill. Positive note for what has been a very difficult 3rd quarter for Chicago. Ends on a small win for the Warriors. They're down 42-10. You're watching the SFLm here on YouTube. Colin Northrup, Alex West here in the broadcast booth with you. And the Chicago Warriors, well, they've had a rough go of it. They showed some fight early, Alex, but other than that, it's been all the boys in two-tone blue.
And it's just been a bit runaway, but that's kind of just, it is the Steamers at home, and they were very tough to beat at home in the first half of the season, so it's not that unexpected or out of characteristic for them to be an incredibly tough matchup in front of their home crowd.
Kopech didn't find anything he liked downfield. Scramble ahead for 7 yards. That'll be 2nd and 3. Ooh, first time we've seen this formation today. And they'll run a quarterback sneak. Kopech slides. Eddie's got the first and plenty more.
They've been keeping that one in for a rainy day, but at the same time, maybe you keep that one in your pocket just forever if you're down by this much. They get to move the chains though.
There's Kopech. Medium drop back. Throws. Catch made. And that is Butnez on the reception. Nice grab for that young man.
Toby Bones bonus once again, and this time it's against the contested catch that's one-on-one, and there's the hands of Goodman trying to get in there and snatch that one away for a 2nd interception. Nothing doing. Good job by the rookie.
Butnez has been involved in a lot of stuff today. Here's a run up the middle to Win, and he picks up 5. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Finally putting something together is Kopech in this Warriors offense. Where has this been?
2nd and 5. Kopech throws to the end zone. Broken up at the last possible minute.
Oh, no.
And Billy Beers is injured. No! The young man had such a great interception early in the ball game. Comes up injured for Bossier City.
All right, he's walking it off. Get him a
distance of the trainer to set up a 3rd and 5.
Walking off under his old power. Get him a cold one. He'll be fine.
3rd and 5. Kopech out of the eye.
Rub some dirt on it, Billy. You ain't hurt.
Play action. Kopech.
Benjamin coming!
He ran to the first down, but he lost the ball. Bossier City falls on it at their own 7.
It all goes wrong again. Chicago marching, Kopech scrambling, has the first, slides even. But the defenders are there, dive on him, the ball pops out, and Bossier City, I can't believe it. Once again, Chicago is stymied.
1st and 10 from the 7. Henson Jr., the fullback, lined up behind Silas Christian. Look at all those defenders up front for Chicago, and the runner to the pitch on the outside. He picked up 6 yards.
What a misdirection from Bossier City. It's the fake to, it looks like it's going to be a power run to the tackle side, right side. Instead, it's a toss to Henson in the weak side that goes undetected.
And they toss the other way now out of the eye. Rutleg, who's been a busy man today, picks up a few.
Very busy man. Lucky to push 1 yard past the line of scrimmage, getting hung up on his tackle like he did. Let's see 3rd and 3. An opportunity if they actually manage to get a run and stop the run.
And they're going to get another run. And they don't.
Oh, no.
Marker as Rutleg powers ahead for the first down.
He's just too strong to be contained. In the front of the home crowd, he builds up a head of steam, if you will, and just bulldozes his way forward at all costs. Patrick Rudlang has been the most physical runner I have ever seen at his size, and I am terrified for what happens whenever he gets some more time to develop.
I have to agree with you there, partners. Grabowski in motion. Man who scored in all 3 SFLm. Who scored in all Bossier City seasons so far, majors and minors. Rutleg picks up another first down. He's putting on a show.
And at this point, it's not only about putting on a show for the home crowd and the faithful, it's also about working the last seconds off the clock. Once again, body blow after body blow after body blow. Rudlang will run the ball, average 5 yards a carry. Look at those stats, eye-popping, mouth-watering. How can you not draft this man?
He's got 17 carries, and I don't think we've seen the last of it. Pearson motion to the bottom. He's been outstanding. Jenkins gets the ball, and Patterson blows him up in the middle at the 2-yard pickup.
I felt that one in the broadcast booth. Get Rudlang to the sideline. Give him a rest after that one. You don't need to run his way. Yep, there you go. Get him off the field. Give Henson a chance.
He already got 1 carry, picked up 6 yards. Let's see if they go back to the same play. Checking at the line of scrimmage is Christian. Turns, gives up the middle to Henson Jr., and he gets the first down. Oh no! I think he may have injured himself.
Oh no, you hate to see it. The fullback coming in as a halfback on the halfback dive gets the first down and then some. Henson Jr. not able to get off the field unassisted. The team has been thankful for his efforts so far tonight, though. He has been a workhorse for them and has been a big part of what they've done to get up this big.
And gets split backs behind Christian. They'll give to Rutlang, and he picks up 3 yards.
And at this point, 3 yards is plenty.
Injury free, but as of late, we've got 2 guys that are hurt.
Certainly been a busy day at the injury in the trainer's room so far today.
Here's to get to Jenkins. Jenkins will plow ahead, and they're going to give him 2 as Highfield brings him down. That's Tyler Highfield, the free safety, who spent season 23 in the SFL with the DC Dragon.
Uh-oh.
Christian throws, and it didn't complete, looking for Pierce, but coverage was nicely made. It's Smith out there making sure the ball fell incomplete.
Amante Dubois-Smith, the strong safety there, knowing what his assignment is, playing over-the-top coverage. The cornerback is also there playing underneath. Just a great job of sealing up the number 1 target on the field to make sure that at the very least you can stop the bleeding. Oof.
Return up to the 20 is Goodman.
Absolutely.
And Chicago has to feel like they're in Groundhog Day now, Alex.
Really and truly, because it's just over and over. They keep trying to make something work, but they bash their head against the wall and nothing is breaking so far. The iron sides of the Steamers defense holding strong.
Kopech back to throw, fires, dropped by twice. It'll be second down. SFLm Season 9 continues next Friday, November 8th, with new Commissioner Alexander West in studio, headlined by a rematch of the top 2 teams from last year. The Lexington Miners and the Nashville Tempo at 6:45 p.m. Eastern, plus Bossier City, Pittsburgh, San Jose, Chicago, and Philadelphia, Albuquerque. See the stars tomorrow, Friday, November 8th, here on SFL YouTube. Iman Kopech goes down for the sack, and here comes the hurry-up, Alex.
No other time to do anything but just run.
Throw to twice, he picks up the first down on 3rd and forever. Obviously, they see something they like out of this set. Kopech underneath the twice, and twice tackled after a pickup of 4. Tackle made on the play by Chuck Fresh. Throw down the middle twice again, up over the 50. And now he's injured. Oh no! What's going on here, Alex?
Someone check the turf. Someone see what's in the water, because something is going on in this stadium. Burn some sage. Find a priest. Figure out whatever's happening and make it stop, please. These players need to play. This is their first game back in so many months. Just let them play, damn it.
Well, good thing about SFL medicine is they'll be back next week regardless of what their injury is. Kopech back to throw. Tipped away, incomplete. Looking for Botnez.
And that was a huge blitz that Bossier City sent. Only one option really to look to, given the injury to Nick Twice. He looks to Bonitz and Riddle, and Kopech just can't fit in the window.
Hill in motion. He's made quite a few catches today. He's guarded by Foraker. Kopech, quick drop, throws! Almost intercepted. And that was from Goodman again.
Goodman and Goodman out there. It's just an absolute menace of 30 and 31. Not only that, there's just a whole complete package of secondaries that are elite contenders here tonight that have made their presence felt. Kopech, who is a QB2 in a two quarterback system, looks out of place, out of rhythm, and has struggled tonight.
That's the 5th catch of the game for Hill. He's got 71 yards on the game. Tipped in the air and incomplete. 31 again.
And what do you even say about this Steamers defense at this point? They have controlled this football game. There's lessons to be learned for the Warriors offense, but the home crowd getting everything they paid for and more tonight.
4 wide in total. Man in motion to the top to make it a 3-by-1. 3:41 to go, and Ayman Kopech is going to continue the play. The ball down the field, and it's tipped away. That's Forker this time, had her hand on it. You know, these DBs been making plays all over the place.
And they're just.
Reiner has been notably quiet.
He's the only one who hasn't gotten in on the action so far.
Kopech back to throw. Ooh, he had a man open at the 20. That was Hill, but he was unable to hang on to it thanks to the defensive back hitting him.
And that was just such a rough hit, too. There's no way that any wide receiver is realistically coming up with that one, barring a miracle, but no miracle here. 4th and 10, though. Now it's time for a miracle.
Trips to the bottom of your screen. Kopech will have to dump it underneath. That's not going to do much of anything. And it's just been one of those nights for Chicago, Alex, where seemingly everything they tried has turned up snake eyes.
And it's just a brilliant job, I think, by the Steamers game plan for coming in with a coherent, complete game plan that takes into account the fact that they've got 5 new SFLm players on their roster. They've got returning SFL reinforcements, multiple rookies that are coming back, and returning dev players that are back. They are really cooked up a plan that maximizes their whole roster, top to bottom.
And boy, I tell you, this Chicago Warrior team, they're going to play San Jose. And given how many returning developmental players I saw, not just on these 2 teams here, but across the league, there's going to be some serious competition across the board. Both of these teams. Alex, I know you'll be excited to have your studio debut next week for the next slate of games. I'll be there watching. As Christensen turns, gives, this is Jenkins. Brown, I think, 29. This will be 3rd and 7.
Tough sledding up the middle, but again, all this is about is just working down the clock. You've got 2 minutes, and then you've got a 5.5 second offset between the play clock and game clock. So we're likely to see 1 snap, maybe 2, but probably 1 snap before this 2-minute warning hits.
3rd and 7. They come out with 4 wide. They're taking their time. Here's Pearson motion to the bottom of your screen. He's guarded by Patterson, and they will take the delay of the game. I get trying to milk the clock, but they were window shopping too long, and the officials call them on it. It'll now be 3rd and 12.
You know what? I don't hate it. Take every single second off the clock. See if you can draw a false start to make it a shorter 3rd and 2 where you can actually run the football. If you're going to pass on 3rd and 7, draw the false start if you can. 3rd and 12 ain't that much worse.
3rd and 12, offset eye. They're going to run it with Rutleg, and he gets a lot of it, but it'll drag it down to the 2-minute warning. Patterson again on the tackle. He's been pretty good. We're watching the SFLm on YouTube. This is going to be a punt from the Steamers. Back to Chicago. Warriors will have all 3 timeouts in their back pocket. And once again, they're going to try to attack what has been a very stingy Bossier City defense.
You know, they've been, the Warriors at this point, playing for pride and trying to put up something on the board in the second half. The Steamers have pitched a scoreless shutout since halftime here. Warriors looking to just come up with something.
Kopech. 6-step drop hit as he throws, incomplete. 2nd and 10 clock stopped, 1:50 to go.
Lots of pressure coming in from the interior there. Bossier City sending a couple of linebackers on the blitz there. Lots of man coverage on the outside. They're getting pressure to Kopech as well.
Kopech. Throw again. Incomplete. Button as the intended receiver. Third down.
Once again, Seamers are consistently sending at least 5 on almost every single down that I've been watching them Kopech actually pass. So it's been so hard for him to feel comfortable back there.
3rd and 10, they motion win out of the backfield. Nobody behind Kopech now. Winning to block. Kopech finds the receiver. First down. That's Botnez, and they will call their first timeout.
Finally diagnosing a coverage, seeing where the blitz is coming from, realizing where the one-on-one matchup is, staying away from the blitz and delivering a strike. This is what Kopech is capable of. He just has not been consistent tonight.
Man in motion, that is Ginkel as the throw is tipped in the air, incomplete. Botnez, the intended receiver. Gunny McGuire saying Bossier City wanted to improve in the spring season. They have to play better on the road in the fall, and I agree, because right now, Alex, at home, it's looking solidly in Bossier City's color.
And no doubt about it, it's been this way for a little while now. So it's just a tough road to climb. You just kind of gotta accept that you've been beaten fair and square in this one, and you've been beaten thoroughly. But the team as a whole has to be resilient. The coaches have to help these guys rally around each other and be ready for what's going to be a tough schedule, because all of these teams are loaded with potential.
3rd and 10. 4 receivers out in the pattern. 3 to the bottom. Kopech throws that way. First down, and a second timeout called for as they convert another 3rd and 10 plus.
And once again, Chicago marching, but they're only just now getting past midfield. 2 timeouts left.
A lineup in shotgun. First time we've seen this formation. Kopech does have a big arm. We've seen that tonight. Throw is caught for the first down, and they'll use their final timeout.
Absolute stinger of a hit there. Quick update from the production truck. We do know what's happened on the other game that's happened here. Albuquerque finishes up on top over Lexington, 28-13 final score. Some dev standouts are Albuquerque's Jacob Morrison with 17 carries, 128 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Kopech throws incomplete through the hands of Butnez. Stops the clock at 1:20.
A couple other quick highlights from Albuquerque Lexington. Tyler Gregory with the tight end with 6 receptions, 88 yards, 3 touchdowns. Those 2 accounting for all of Albuquerque's points. And rookie standout for Albuquerque, Dondis Talacarne and Maxwell Quimby with 1 interception each.
Outstanding performances from all sides. Morrison in particular has been a really good number 2 back for the Aztecs behind Hall of Famer Ray Bentley. Nice to see him getting a little time as RB1. Meanwhile, back on the field, 1:16, 3rd and 10. Kopech throws it down the field, and Goodman knocks it down, incomplete. This is a rookie standout for sure for Bossier City.
No doubt about it. They've got the talent, and they've realized how to put them in places to succeed tonight. It's just been the best start to the second half of the season that you could ask for the home faithful.
4th and 10, Kopech lobs it Had a man open for the first down, but unable to hang on to it. And Bossier City takes over.
Chuck Fish very nearly getting his first interception here as he makes the play there. Just maybe a couple of steps away from getting his own interception and adding to the tally.
This is most likely going to be a kneel down here as the ball comes out to the 36. 1 minute 9 seconds on the clock. And they'll have to probably snap it one more time, but Bossier City comes out here and wins 42-10 in front of the home crowd. As they will be above 500 at 4-3. Chicago drops to 3-4, but still plenty of time to go in this second half of the season.
No doubt about that. What do you think has been more impressive today, Colin? This Bossier City offense or the defense?
We knew this offense was good, particularly Christensen. I think the run game, yes, has been a surprise, but I'd have to go with the defense. To have no defensive lineman under contract and to be this good, particularly in the back seven, when there's so much more pressure on those people back there, because you always can't guarantee yourself a good pass rush to cause disruptions. It's been very impressive. Final score 42-10. Bossier City wins. Alex West, your post-game thoughts, sir?
Well, honestly, it's hard to say anything other than Bossier City dominated both sides of the football, and when they were on offense, they did so through the air and on the ground. Christensen with over 250 yards through the air, Rudline with 95 yards, 4 touchdowns. A complete showing that this offense has so many weapons that you cannot count them out. And the defense saying they don't need they don't need tackles and ends to be able to force turnovers and force stops. Just an incredible showing for the Steamers. The Warriors have a lot to learn, and we'll see what they do next week.
Well, for Colin Northrup and Alex West here in the broadcast booth, thank you to our dear friend Cameron Irvine, executive producer extraordinaire. Thank you so much. Michaela Forker, by the way, credited him an 82-yard pick six for those of you keeping track of such things. Thank you all, and good night.